Hi, my name is Cary Hudson, and I am from Summerall, Mississippi. I started playing music as a child, playing piano and singing in church choir, but I got started playing guitar when I was 13, and that was a life-changing event. That's been my focus ever since, playing guitar. I'm about to be 55, so I've been playing guitar since I was 13. Not good with math, but a long time. Well, the things that I remember about music is the way it would make me feel and the way it would add to certain events. I associate in my mind with certain events, like riding around with my high school buddies, listening to a particular Led Zeppelin song. You know, music reminds you of where you were when you heard that music and what was happening. And that music always just made me feel good. I mostly now play blues and country blues. I write most of my own stuff, but it's heavily influenced by blues guys from Mississippi, like Earl Burnside and Junior Kimbrough, and old guys like Jimmy Rogers, and a lot of Mississippi influences. The guitar I'm playing today is a 1937 Epiphone Olympia. It was made in New York by Greek immigrants back in 1937, and it was a gift to me from Calvin Sellers, who is retired, but he was the police chief at Ole Miss. Nice gift. Yeah, I'm writing right now. I'm working on some new songs, always working on music. I take notes, like if you say something funny, I'll write it down, I'll steal it and use it for a song, I've traveled all over the U.S. to play music, and Canada. Probably the furthest I've been has been Austria. Toured Europe a lot, and as far as how far away I've been, that's probably about the furthest. I'm based out of Mississippi now, and I play in Mississippi and New Orleans a lot, but I still get out. I just did a Colorado tour, and getting older, but I still get around. The biggest crowds I've ever played for have been opening up for people. Like I did some shows opening for Willie Nelson and stuff. But, my history's here in Mississippi, so some of the biggest crowds I'd play to here is, like, for instance, Proud Larry's sold out. Hal and Mal's, the back room sold out, stuff like that. Done gigs with R.L. Burnside and Bobby Rush, and opened for Willie Nelson, and opened for the Replacements, and Wilco and Sumvolt, but my main group I played with was Blue Mountain. And yeah, we were around the same time as the Kudzu Kings, and when Widespread Panic was starting and all that that's kind of the time I started in. Well, the big influences on me were when I was growing up, my grandfather was into country music, so, we would listen to stuff like Hank Williams Sr. and Jimmy Rogers. He loved the singing brakeman from Meridian. And then classic rock was a big influence on me, like Rolling Stones, Led Zeppelin. A real life-changing event was when I moved in the mid-90s from South Mississippi to North Mississippi to Oxford, and I started hearing the blues guys that were around there. R.L. Burnside, Junior Kimbrough, Son Thomas, there's a whole Other Turner's, a whole list of great guys that were playing. That was a life-changing thing, seeing those old blues guys, hearing them. A good example of people influencing me that weren't musicians, when I was living in Oxford, there was a big literary scene there, and I got to be friends with Larry Brown and Barry Hannah, and these guys were writing novels, and then there were a lot of people coming through that were writers, like Willie Morris, James Dickey, Jim Harrison. And they would read at Square Books, and then they would hang around in town and eat and drink. Being around them was a huge influence on my writing process. I don't really have any advice except go whitewater rafting if you get a chance. It's words of advice. Be careful when you drink moonshine. Sometimes it's not made with the right hygienic methods, so just sip it first before you take a big swallow.